The powerful message delivered by the Virgin Mary in Medjugorje has left millions of people deeply moved, especially after Mirjana, a key messenger of this divine revelation, was brought to tears by the Virgin's final words. These words have resonated across the globe, offering both a warning and an urgent call to prepare for an unprecedented transformation that will alter humanity's course. In these challenging times, where so many are seeking guidance, the Virgin's message serves not as a source of fear, but as a beacon of hope and spiritual clarity, urging us to embrace the significance of the times we live in. This coming change is not only physical, as evidenced by the increasing frequency of natural disasters, shifting landscapes, and the displacement of entire communities, but it is also deeply spiritual. It is a time when people will be called to confront their inner state, to reflect on their faith, and to prepare for a transformative event that will reshape the world. While the signs may seem disconnected to some, those with spiritual insight understand that these events are all interconnected, signaling a profound shift that is already underway. Mary's message is clear. We are standing on the edge of a monumental change. The barrier between the known and the unknown is beginning to blur, and the world we once knew is giving way to a new, unpredictable reality. This, however, is not a message of despair. It is a divine alert to prepare. Those who heed the call and cultivate spiritual readiness will be equipped to navigate these turbulent times with strength, faith, and wisdom. Central to this message is the need for supernatural protection, which can only be achieved through prayer. As a loving mother, the Virgin Mary watches over all of God's children, offering her protection and guidance in the face of growing darkness. Prayer, she emphasizes, is not just a ritual or a devotional act. It is a powerful, transformative force that can alter the course of history. By uniting in prayer, the faithful will find solace, protection, and strength to withstand the challenges ahead. But the Virgin Mary's message is not limited to the call to pray. It extends to the call to true, heartfelt prayer. Memorizing words is not enough. True prayer must be accompanied by sincere action, a commitment to living out the faith in our everyday lives. It is through this authentic prayer and action that we will be empowered to stand firm, to resist the forces of darkness, and to face the difficult times ahead with courage and trust in God's grace. Now more than ever, we are called to deepen our relationship with God through prayer and to unite in faith. As we face a world in turmoil, the power of prayer and the protection it offers will be our greatest defense. With Mary's guidance, let us open our hearts to her message, prepare ourselves spiritually, and stand together in faith as we face the challenges of the future. A call for true obedience and preparedness. The Virgin Mary's urgent message in these tumultuous times. The Virgin Mary offers a powerful call to live in harmony with God's laws. Each movement, thought, and action must be guided by something greater than ourselves. As the world faces growing uncertainty, the message is clear. Disobeying God's commands can lead to disastrous consequences. Mary's words serve as a reminder that hollow words and empty actions will not help us endure the challenges ahead. To truly prepare for the days to come, we must live authentically, grounding ourselves in spiritual principles that govern every aspect of our lives. The 3 days of darkness, a prophetic warning. One of the most significant prophecies from Medjugorje is the foretelling of the 3 days of darkness. This prophecy, long anticipated by numerous historical and religious revelations, predicts a time when the world will be enveloped in profound physical and spiritual darkness. During these 3 days, all the lights of the modern world, electricity, technology, and even human knowledge, will vanish, leaving us in utter silence. This darkness is not merely symbolic. It will be a tangible, real experience, felt by everyone. The Virgin Mary emphasizes that it will serve as a test of faith and spiritual strength. During this time, there will be no logical explanations, no way to rationalize what is happening. Those who have built a solid foundation of faith will be able to endure, while those who have not nurtured their relationship with God will struggle to find their way. More than just a trial, the 3 days of darkness will be a time of purification. The Virgin Mary suggests that we will be forced to confront our deepest truths, stripped of all distractions and worldly comforts. In this time of intense trial, our relationship with God, the true light of faith, will be the only guide to navigating the darkness. Spiritual preparation. Strengthening faith and devotion. Mary's message underscores the need for spiritual readiness. She urges us to prepare now through sincere prayer, devotion, and a deep commitment to strengthening our relationship with God. It is only those who have cultivated this spiritual strength who will be able to withstand the challenges and purification that come with the 3 days of darkness. Faith, not just as a belief, but as a living, active force in our lives, will be the key to our survival during these testing times. Yet, the Virgin Mary's message is not just spiritual, it also includes practical guidance for survival. While spiritual readiness is essential, Mary urges us to take practical steps to prepare physically for the days ahead. The breakdown of modern conveniences may leave us without electricity, technology, and even basic services. As such, we are encouraged to gather essentials such as food, candles, and matches, basic provisions that will ensure survival when modern infrastructure falters. This is not a call to panic, but a wise and sensible plea for preparation. By taking these steps now, we will be better equipped to face the inevitable challenges that lie ahead. The Virgin Mary's warning is urgent. She speaks not of something distant, but something imminent. The signs in the world around us, the growing instability, conflict, and environmental changes, suggest that this moment may be closer than we think. A call for global unity and fraternity in addition to preparing spiritually and physically, the Virgin Mary calls for global fraternity. Despite the increasing divisions in the world caused by injustice, conflict, and a lack of solidarity, we are all members of the same human family. Our shared belief in God unites us across borders, races, and cultures. This global unity is essential in times of crisis, as we are called not only to look after our own well-being, but to support and care for others in need. Mary's message encourages us to move beyond the growing divisions in society and embrace one another with love and compassion. The world may be fractured, but in God's eyes, we are all brothers and sisters. By fostering a sense of fraternity and solidarity, we will be better equipped to navigate the trials that await us. Conclusion: the urgency of the moment, the message from the Virgin Mary, is one of profound urgency. We are living in a time where both physical and spiritual preparedness are essential for survival. The coming days of darkness will test our faith, and only those who have built their relationship with God and embraced a life of prayer and devotion will endure. As we prepare for these challenging times, let us heed Mary's words and take action. Let us not wait until it is too late, but instead begin today to strengthen our faith, gather our resources, and build the global unity that will help us all overcome the difficulties ahead. The Virgin Mary's message is a call to live sincerely, follow God's will, and prepare with wisdom and love. Now is the time to act, and together, we can face the future with hope and faith. We are grateful for your time in watching this video. What are your thoughts on the Virgin Mary's message of readiness and spiritual preparedness? Please share your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future videos. Together, let's prepare for the challenges ahead with faith and unity. The call to unity and love, a message of hope and preparation in the face of growing challenges. The Virgin Mary's message calls us to recognize that true unity is not just an ideal, but a practical reality that must be manifested in our daily actions and interactions. The sense of global unity cannot remain a distant dream. It must be lived out by each of us. As believers, we are called to embody the bonds of prayer, mutual respect, and shared commitment to spiritual ideals. These values, grounded in faith, form our strongest defense against the rising tide of division, conflict, and evil. But unity doesn't happen automatically. It requires conscious effort. In this divided world, it is easy to let differences in ethnicity, financial status, religion, or politics create barriers between us. Yet, the Virgin Mary's message is clear. We must set aside these differences and unite as one global family in Christ. This international fraternity, grounded in mutual respect and shared love for God, is the cornerstone of our resilience in facing the challenges ahead. It is a call for the human family to put aside prejudices and conflicts, recognizing that in the eyes of God, we are all His children, each deserving of love, understanding, and support. Love, the transformative force for change at the heart of the Virgin Mary's message, lies the call to live a life guided by love. This is not just an abstract or passive feeling, but a powerful, transformative force that has the potential to shape our world and guide us through the most difficult times. Love, as taught by the Virgin Mary, is not fleeting or superficial. It is a deep, active commitment to both God's will and the well-being of others. This love is expressed in every choice, every action, and every sacrifice we make for the good of those around us. In the face of the trials we are foretold to encounter, it is love that will be our sustenance. This love will give us the courage to face the unknown and the perseverance to continue moving forward when the path seems unclear. As the Virgin Mary assures us, love, for God and for one another, will be the guiding light that helps us endure the tribulations ahead. It is love that will enable us to remain united in faith, and it is love that will hold us together as we face the challenges that the world is about to experience. The importance of spiritual rejuvenation throughout her messages, the Virgin Mary emphasizes that we must undergo a spiritual renewal, an awakening that is more than just about reciting prayers or adhering to religious customs. While prayer is essential, it must come from the heart and lead to personal transformation. The Virgin Mary calls us to genuine conversion, which is an ongoing process of aligning our will with God's divine plan. This conversion requires ongoing commitment, reflection, and prayer, an active, deepening relationship with God that must be nourished each day. We are called to focus on what truly matters, our relationship with God and the service we offer to others. To live a life of purpose, we must let go of self-interest, conceit, and the distractions that so often cloud our judgment and waste our time. It is in humility and a deep, authentic connection with God that we find the strength to endure the spiritual and physical challenges that lie ahead. The 3 days of darkness and our call to prepare. One of the most striking elements of the Virgin Mary's message is the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, a time when the world will face a great spiritual and physical trial. This prophecy is not to inspire fear, but to serve as a call to action. It is a reminder to prepare, both spiritually and practically, for the coming trials. In her message, the Virgin Mary calls on us to strengthen our faith, to be rooted in prayer, and to prepare ourselves for the inevitable darkness. During these 3 days, the world will experience a profound and tangible darkness, both physical and spiritual, that will test our very souls. This darkness will not be simply a metaphor. It will be a time when we are forced to confront our deepest fears, weaknesses, and truths. Those who have cultivated a strong relationship with God and a life of prayer will find strength, while those who have ignored their spiritual lives will struggle to endure. In addition to spiritual preparedness, the Virgin Mary offers practical advice. We should begin preparing our homes and lives for times when modern conveniences might fail. Stockpiling essentials like food, candles, and other supplies can provide comfort and security when technology and infrastructure collapse. Practical readiness is not about causing panic. It is about acting with wisdom to face the unknown with peace of mind. A world united in love and peace. Another critical aspect of the Virgin Mary's message is her call for world peace and unity. In these times of division, where injustice and conflict threaten to tear the fabric of society apart, we are reminded that we are all one family in God. We are called to transcend our differences and work toward global fraternity, a collective effort grounded in mutual love, respect, and understanding. The Virgin Mary's message stresses that unity in faith is not just a noble ideal, but a practical necessity for the survival of humanity. As the world faces its darkest moments, we must come together in prayer, solidarity, and love. In the spirit of global fraternity, we will find the strength to overcome the forces of division and despair. Living in God's will, a call to action. The Virgin Mary's message to the world is one of urgency and hope. We must live according to God's will, not just in our prayers, but in our every action. Every moment of every day should be an opportunity to serve God and one another. The time is now to prepare spiritually and practically for the trials that await us. By aligning our actions with God's will, by embracing love as our guiding principle, and by uniting as one global family, we can face the future with faith, hope, and strength. The Virgin Mary assures us that, even in the darkest times, we are not alone. She is with us, guiding and protecting us, offering her love and intercession. Through prayer, faith, and action, we can endure the challenges ahead, secure in the knowledge that we are loved and supported by the Holy Mother. Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection. We encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let us unite in prayer, take action to prepare, and support one another as we face the future together, united in faith and love. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay updated on the latest messages of hope and preparation. May we find strength in our shared commitment to God's will, and may we face the days ahead with courage and unity.